Good morning, Shiba Inu owners. This is what we want to see. A big old Shrek boner right here. That's what we're talking about. We have this massive candle. We broke through the resistance from my last video. It set up perfectly. We had touched it here, came in through. We have good volume. We're flipping over. We're doing some crossing here, and that's setting this up to be perfect. I want to let you guys know what I'm doing right now. So originally, I bought in way back here. So I've been in, and I bought in Shiba actually from the original get-go when my brother told me about it. I had never even heard of the coin. Sometime back here, I purchased some, and I've just been holding on to it, and then acquiring some on these little buy signals. I haven't sold any yet because I was just kind of playing around with it and waiting to see what would happen if it would become more dojish coin. It had a lot of euphoria about it, and there's a lot more that goes into the psychology of the marketplace and emotion of the marketplace than just the fundamentals, and that's why technical analysis works. So if we're looking here, I think I had this up earlier. We have from this high point here, we kind of cross through here. We run right over this, break through. Even if we come up here, we're breaking through. As you can see, the bottom of the candle here is perfectly set here. This is just a perfect setup that we had. I believe last time I had the channel on this portion right here. So we were kind of going up in this little wave action. And we our concern was that it could possibly come up here. We could hit this and we could kind of come back down and retest this level here, which would have been fine. We would have flipped this resistance as used it as support, and then maybe kind of came up here. But I did say, we would be, if we broke through here, we'd probably see a new all-time high sometime in the first week of November. And it seems to be that might be the case. We might be able to run this up here, and we did get the all-time high. We're currently still running at that all-time high while all the other cryptos currently are dropping. And so what's possibly happening is a lot of people are moving money from, let's say, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the other cryptocurrencies, pushing it into Shiba for these little, this massive little move here and these gains. And what will happen, just because this is the way that markets work and how things go, is people will shift that back eventually, right? If Shiba blows up and we're coming up here to maybe 0.0, there's going to be people that take profit. And they're going to take profit, and it's going to crash back down. It might even do something like this. It could crash like it did back in at the beginning of the year. You never know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows exactly what's going to happen to the market. Who knows? It could go up to a penny. We all don't know. But what I like to do is I like to take and put in stop losses. That's kind of the strategy that I deployed right now. So my original stop loss, once we spiked up here, I got my sell signal. I started putting in a stop loss to the prior resistance. To the prior support that was broken through. The resistance that became support. A little tongue tied there. So I kind of put my stop loss at 0.25. And then that was with half of my position, and then the other half of my position I put, okay, well, if we crash back down below these here, right at 0.00200 was my other half, and I actually didn't get liquidated on any of them. I actually ended up flipping this one back and dropping it down to like 0.21 because I kind of got a gut feeling, and sometimes that's all it is just a gut feeling, right? So I had a gut feeling that we were looking good. I liked the volume. I liked where everything was at. I wasn't really going to just honor the sell signal as this holy thing, and I was going to kind of go with my gut with the momentum that the coin was having. And so I lowered it down to about 21, 22. Like I said, I had bought back here, so it was still well up 3-4x my position, so it wasn't really a huge deal for me to kind of go and put in lower my stop loss from 0.25 to 0.21, right? And fortunately I didn't get stopped out here, and here we are with this one. Now what I've done, because we do have this resistance right here at when I put it in the 5, this was the previous all-time high, this 4998, I believe, if I can actually get this to highlight right. I can't, but anyways, you can kind of see it over here on the right hand side. So basically when we broke through this, we could come back down and hit right around here. We could come back down and maybe even drop down below here. We could ride this little trend line up. There's unknowns all across the board. So for me, I'm gonna sit here and think, okay, if I'm locking in my position, what I'm thinking through is I'm gonna lock in and put my stop loss right around here. Usually I'd put it a little lower, but because Shiba moves so quickly, we could come down, stop this, bounce off of it and go up. We could come back down and we could retest down here. And that's what I kind of, I don't want that to happen. I'd rather, just keep going to the moon. But what I'm going to do now, and I've already done, is I've taken my position. I've put my stop loss in at 0.0051. So right at 5,100, right around here. And then what I did was I put the limit sell in at 5,000 even, right? So that'll liquidate me, and I'll make a substantial gain off of what I got in at, right? So, and I'm okay with that. I'm moving my stop losses up, so it locks in more and more profit. So if this does tank down here, we do crash back down to this level. If we crash back down after I liquidate at 5,100 and we crash back down to here and this support level we got right here, I could double my position right now. I could take the several hundred million Shiba Inu coins that I have and sell them up here, and then I could buy in and have a billion coins right here, right? If I wanted to do that. And it would all depend on how the chart went. If the chart went down here and we thought we were going to bounce off, or if it went down here and it started looking like we were going to drop back down to this level. I'm not trying to be stuck with anything in this level anymore. I was sitting here for the last couple months accumulating and acquiring coins. I'm not gonna miss the opportunity to sell them if things start to head south on this coin, right? So it's all risk mitigation. Everybody's risk levels are different. I'm not giving you any financial advice. I'm just sharing my opinions on what I'm doing so you can kind of get a gauge. But everything's looking really good. Everything looks really nice on the charts, and we're looking really, really good. We got all these Shrek boners coming in here. We don't have Mr. Krabs over here trying to take our money. So this is all good as long as you're long on Shiba. And if you're not long on Shiba, then you've got some other you got some problems going on there because you're missing this big move here. So with that, guys, I just wanted to let you guys know where I was at, where I'm thinking. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not going to tell you that where I think it's going to go. My original guess was that we were going to come up here and test this 0.008 thousand basically level, somewhere in this range that we were going to come up to. On my last video, I think I did a measured move somewhere from here up to about here, and it was about 200 or so %, and that's kind of where we got the sell signal. It was a little bit overbought in the market. And then here, if we did that same exact move from this prior line, we broke through the resistance level here up, it was going up to the 200 level. And that's right around here, which was right up and around. It was around the 8, 9. Look at that. We're up to the almost 3 0-digit mark. So we could come up in this level, and that's why I said maybe the first week in November this could occur. But like I said, it's all risk mitigation. That's all it is. You're mitigating your risk. You're minimizing your risk, and that's what you're trying to accomplish here. So with that, keep that in mind. Don't get stuck on the euphoria. Make sure you lock in some profits if you can. Put some risk mitigation in there. You want to make sure that you're getting your stop losses in there. Coinbase Pro allows you to do that if you're on there. That's what I use to do my stop losses for Shiba, but I use other exchanges for other ones as well. So it's whatever your personal preference is. That one's just easier for me. I've been using it for a decade now, so it's been a little easy. Well, I guess that's a lie, not a decade. It feels like a decade at this point, but I've been using it since like I think it came out in like 2014, 2015, somewhere around there. I've been using it since it came out. I've always been on Coinbase when I bought my crypto because that was the one I deemed to be the safest. So with that, guys, keep that in mind. Stay smart, and we'll see what the move happens, and we'll make another video as that comes along. But congrats to everybody that's been holding on to Shiba, and hopefully you guys are making some money.